I'm Teo Hunter, co-founder of Dope and Dank, and I'm sitting here with two amazing gentlemen, and this essentially is what Dope and Dank means. You got the Dope, an official brand, Jason Peret, making it happen.
Thank you, thank you.
Then you got my boy Sherwin Antonio.
What's up, guys?
That's a sexy ass name right there. That sounds like you need a romance novel.
I got two first names.
Today we are sitting with these two gentlemen because again, they marry up the philosophy of Dope and Dank, which is taking everything that's philosophically dope in terms of streetwear, custom headwear, bam. How dope is that shit? That's pretty dope. With the dank world of craft beer. And I've thought for some time now that it makes sense to marry these worlds because there's no reason that someone should have a $300 pair of kicks on their feet and walk around with some cheap malt liquor. It just doesn't make sense, especially when we're a culture of color, we're a culture of creatives that appreciate premium things. So with that said, tell me a little bit about Official, man. I think the world should know what you've done, and I mean, after having a conversation with this guy, Jay, about Official and some of their ideas, I just think it's a really cool thing. Share, give them the Cliff Note version of Official.
2007 is when Official came into be, so next year will be our 10-year anniversary. We just started in the game to basically fill a void of what we thought was just headwear is just always like licensed team products and stuff. So we just wanted to like do our own thing and kind of create hats that were designed in the vein of like things we're interested in, like just art, skating, the whole entire just like the DIY movement of like just doing things for yourself, designing things for yourself, just being a little bit different. So we just decided to take all these design ideas that we had and put them on hats and just have fun with it.
It's based in Sacramento, right?
Yeah, so it's based in Sacramento, but we consider ourselves just like a California-based company. Even since we jumped off, we started in a few countries already, so we never were just married to the idea of just being super regional, but we've completely embraced being from California and like made that our thing, and spreading that all around the world.
And they make dope shit.
Nice.
They make dope shit. Sherwin, take it away, homie.
What's up, guys? BREWYARD Beer Company, co-owner, brewer, janitor, head dishwasher.
Hell yeah.
Wearing all the hats in the brewery, but just like many other breweries, just started home brewing on my kitchen stove, and kind of just went from there. You know, I met up with my.
And real quick, it starts there. It starts there. That's the beautiful thing about beer. You can start in your fucking kitchen.
Right.
Like meet up with someone, go to your favorite brewery, let them know you're a fan, learn how to make it. I mean, so not to cut you off, but
all good, man.
That's why it's so amazing to me. Is this is something that people can make, just like your own hat if you want it. Maybe not this good, but
right. So I mean, literally started from home brewing, and it's all about sharing the beer with everybody else, having a good time, and that's kind of our focus at BREWYARD is, to gather people, to share stories, to kind of catch up with your homies that you haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, man.
And it's all about that, not just the beer, it's the relationships that we build.
So a quick fun fact about BREWYARD is they are essentially around the corner from the place where I grew up buying all my DJ equipment, Astros. I mean, this place was like heaven. I'm sure the DJ, where's Predicon at? I don't know where he at. We'll get him out here in a minute, but I'm sure he knows about Astros. It blew my mind as a kid. And again, what we try and do in Dope and Dank is we align these things. We marry these things together. And I mean, they got hip hop karaoke. I come in and I could barely hear the conversation we're having because the hip hop is playing so fucking loud. All right, so let's get to it. I want you to describe, if you had to make your own beer, which we know is possible. We know you can make your own beer. Describe that beer. What does it taste like to you?
Ooh, what does my perfect beer taste like?
Don't say it like OE, but with fruit.
No, definely not.
Like, because they've already done that before.
I'm really bad at like the tasting notes and stuff like that. But
like what would be like if you tasted a beer and you go, oh shit, that's delicious. I mean, like what would you be tasting? Do you think?
I really like a I don't know what crisp tastes like, but I feel like I know.
Okay,
like
crisp,
really
crisp,
like
bam, crisp.
One thing, and I'm not trying to just gas it for no reason, but man, when he put me onto the perky dimple,
the perky nipple, perky dimple, shit is fucking great.
Heater, do not sleep on that. Heater.
So all right, now I'm gonna get even more layman. If you were describing a girl, like you would know, like, you know, fat ass, you know, some double D's, you know, 4'3", you know. I mean, you would be very specific. Like, do you like fruit? Do you like non-fruit? Do you like sour? Do you like the bitterness? Do you
I like bitter.
Okay, so you got crisp, you got bitter. Probably not so much bitter.
Yeah, not like overly. Like I don't want.
What about the color? Because I know you probably had a preference in color in girls. I know, maybe.
In beer, this is it.
Nice, a crisp. So it's funny. My next question was going to be, could you make that beer? Apparently, you have already.
Right there.
in the hands. I mean, one of the things that I love about BREWYARD is you guys do approachable, complex beers, and I say that because most people, when they had craft for the first time,
right,
they're intimidated because maybe they didn't like the taste, it was too bitter. They're like, man, I don't like stouts, I don't like that.
Right.
Why do you do approachable beers as opposed to like these huge hot bombs that people like, you know?
I mean, just personally, I think it's all about balance. It's all about balance, having a full flavor, yet, you know, not so overpowering or too aggressive. Just something very approachable that, you know, you could just kick your feet up and, you know,
I could drink this all day.
Yeah,
man.
definitely.
What was your first experience with beer?
It would have to be, in terms of craft beer, it'd probably be...
I know mine. I know mine, and I'm not very proud of it, but go ahead.
It would actually have to be Sierra Nevada. With,
really?
Yeah.
That was your first fucking beer?
No, well, our first, like, craft beer, you know?
No, well, I mean beer. Like when you had my first experience with craft beer. So check it out. I had this voice since I've been 12 years old. 12 years old, I had this deep-ass voice, so I worked with it. I dealt with it. At any rate, I was a dude that would send in and go get beer.
Right.
So my first fucking experience with beer was being told to go in a liquor store and get 2 40s of Mickey's.
Okay, this is that's what.
He's like, oh, you mean my first experience with beer? Yeah, what was your first experience? Cause I already know his.
I think it was Corona and tequila. That was a tough night.
With the what?
Corona and tequila together.
Yeah. Even the cameraman was like, oh, fuck, I already know.
Everyone remembers those nights.
You were like, God damn. or don't remember those nights.
Exactly.
What about good night?
What about you, man?
I actually got a picture of my
Oh,
I have a photo. That's my first experience with beer. Not new to this.
If I saw that, yeah, Chalk, wow.